everybody. Welcome to episode 16 of My Parents' House. Today we'll be working with Fernando, who you can possibly see in the background, and we're going to be installing wall outlets. We're going to be installing the cans for the recessed lighting, and we're going to be installing the ceiling fan boxes. So let's get to work. Right now he's measuring for the box that's going in my ceiling to power the television set and all the accessories that go to the TV. This guy is incredible. He works so fast. He's already put in 9 boxes in less than 5 minutes. Fernando is amazing. He's already put in all the boxes here in less than a half an hour, and now he's ready to run the wire to all the boxes. Let's watch him do it. So now he's running the power to the underside of that box, and he'll come out of the top of that box and run it to the ceiling cans, and he'll also run that to the other power that's going to be going up to the ceiling for lights and that type of stuff. Now he's running wires to my ceiling outlet. Right now he's installing what's called pigtails, and those will go to the outlets. So now Fernando is going to be putting in the ceiling cans, and he's going to be installing the first ceiling can right now. So now he's bending those tabs into position so that the can won't move when the guys come in to put in the drywall. So this is ceiling can number 2, and he's now anchoring them into the ceiling joist. And he's extending the other leg over the other side. And now what he's going to do is bend over the tabs on here so that he can lock it into place. As you can see, now he's doing this so it doesn't shift. Okay, so now Fernando is going to be wiring in the first ceiling can. He snips the loop. Strips the wires back to the individual pairs, and then he strips those off And as you can see, there's these little plastic connectors, and he'll be able to insert the bare wires into those connectors. There you can see is the ground hanging there. And he's going to insert these wires into the top of the box. There's your black wire. Now he's inserting his loop. And as you can see, all his wires are already pre-stripped. Now he's plugging them into the ground. So now his grounds are all tied together. Now he's doing his neutrals. Now he's doing his hots. Now he's just going to put everything inside the box, close it up, and he's done. Now, since this is the last one in the chain, there's only one wire that's going to go to it. So he only has to do this one once, and this final light right here will end up being the termination point for all the power that's going to the ceiling cans. That's why this one just went in so fast. He's done. He did all this in less than a minute. Okay, so now he's installing what's going to be an outside power box. So this is the outline of the box. The first thing he's going to do is drill a hole so he can get his saw in there, and then he's going to cut out the actual outline there. And this will be for a box that's going to an exterior wall. So he has to use a different type of box. Is that box made out of Bakelite, is it? It's a heart of plastic, I think. Now you can see on the other side there's some chicken wire sticking through there, so he'll probably bring it up flush with the chicken wire. Now this outlet that goes to the outside, the wire is going up and over, and it's going to terminate down here somewhere because we're going to be putting in a GFI box down here. Okay, so this is the outdoor outlet. He's going to cut the wire out from around the outlet. They'll fold it back in and ready to go. They'll just stucco around that. Okay, so now he's caulking in around the outlet box so there won't be any water intrusion or possibly any airflow. Well, in a little less than 3 hours, Fernando wired this entire room. I just can't believe how fast he works. He did the ceiling cans, he did all the outlets, he did all the wall switches, he did the 2 outside outlets, he did an outlet that I'm putting in up under the eaves. I mean, a ton of work. Drilled, wired, terminated, everything in less than 3 hours. If you guys ever get the chance to hire this guy, Fernando, and you live in the Phoenix area, I would hire him in a heartbeat. Next, we're going to be wiring up my office. So now he's drawing a template hole for the can light. Okay, that is a remodel can, right? And that there is a new construction can. And the reason that's a new construction can is because it's got those anchors on the side. And this one you can just put up through a hole, and you can anchor it with these little pieces of metal, and then that'll just anchor it into the hole. So Fernando just opened up this huge hole in the ceiling so he can pass the wires through to the ceiling cans that are going in the ceiling, as well as the fan. And that's how he's going to access the wiring. From this switch, he's going to come up through, come out the top there, through that hole, and then he's going to hit these holes here. Now what Fernando is doing is he's going to fish tape, they call it, between that hole right there, and then it's going to come out here, and then he's going to pull the wire through. Okay, so now he's taped the actual wire to his fish tape, and he's going to reach around up through the hole, he's going to find it, and then he's going to pull it through. Now Fernando is going to install the remodel can light. Now what he'll do is he'll work that into that hole with the electrical connection side first. And then what it'll do is he will take those little anchors that are there, those black little anchors, and he'll push them in so that it'll anchor it in the hole. Now this structure was built after 1983, so we don't have to worry about asbestos in the ceiling. One thing you have to worry about prior to 1979 construction is this popcorn can possibly contain asbestos. So we finally completed doing all the pulls to all the can lights. So there were these two can lights, those two can lights, and we were able to pull everything over, and for the ceiling fan, and wire my office totally in about 3 hours. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come through this wall, come across, and down into this area over here. We're probably going to open up the wall for the air conditioning system, which is going to be outside this wall. So Fernando already has his ladder up. He's inside the attic, and he's going to check out where the wiring is going to have to go.